Hello. Does TED Talks not talk back? Hello. My name is Erica Parker, and I'm a professional cellist. I work for an organization called Signature Symphony. We are a group of professional musicians that are in residence at a community college, and we enjoy the benefits of a research institution that backs our outreach and educational programs. I want to tell you my story. This is my grandmother, and you see she has a little baby in her lap, right? Everybody say, "Aw." Thank you. That's my dad. My grandmother loved music, and I put a picture of her old hi-fi. I still have this hi-fi. And when I was very young, maybe a year and a half old, she took a large round thing called a record. It's amazing, you guys. She took this record and she put it on the hi-fi, and she played this music for me. She played Beethoven's Fifth Symphony. And she played Mozart's Symphony No. 40. And I was sitting in her lap, and I felt so safe, so loved, so comforted, and yet at the same time, my mind was being introduced, inspired, opened up to this music. It was a foundational moment for me. It's my very first memory, and it is the moment that shaped me for the rest of my life. When I get dementia, it will be the last memory to go, and when it goes, so will I. This is my dad. Remember that little baby? Right? So cute. This is my dad. He was a dynamic personality. He was a physicist. He was always telling jokes. He was always getting into scraps and scrapes. And he was always telling us all about all of those moments throughout his life. So you can imagine, when he got diagnosed with dementia, how our relationship with our father was going to change. And so I would go and visit him, and he wouldn't engage with me. He didn't remember my name. He wouldn't just watch TV and not say a word to me. And I would sit there with him for hours, waiting for any kind of a sign of connection with him. So one of these visits, I decided, well, if Dad's not going to talk to me, I'm going to bring my cello and I'm going to practice. So there I was, in the middle of his living room, warming up with one of my very favorite warm-ups. When my dad looked over at me, and he said, "Erica." Are you kidding me, Dad? I love that song. I've always loved that song. I loved it when you played it when you were growing up, and I love it now. Thank you for playing that song for me. And he started talking to me and telling me his stories, his hilarious jokes, and being that dynamic personality I had always known him to be. And I put my cello away, and he continued. In that moment, I realized that I had created connection with my father that I thought I would never have again. It was a very emotional moment. And so, me being a musician and always wanting to share my love of music with as many people as I could, decided to start researching and looking into maybe taking this out to more people, and maybe it could help more people. So I started researching. You can see that a healthy brain is full with lots of energy and all of your connections fully intact. And a severe Alzheimer's and dementia brain is being eaten away, little by little. The first that's going to go are your short-term memories. So what you had for lunch today, or what we're going to have for lunch today, what you did yesterday, what you did a month ago, what you did last year, all those memories are going to be gone. And then it's going to start working on those long-term memories so that all that you're left with are those foundational memories, like the memories I just shared with you with my grandmother. When I go to senior living facilities, and more specifically into memory care units, I see people not engaging, not connecting to the people around them. And I started to think, and I want you to think as well, what it must be like to live in a place that you don't remember from day to day. To see people, whether they feel familiar or not, you don't recognize them. And when you look in the mirror, you don't recognize yourself. How much fear you must feel. What we know from research is if you socialize, and the more you socialize, the more that you keep the onset of dementia and Alzheimer's at bay. You will slow the disease down just by simply having a conversation with someone. And so, I discovered that if I could find the music that would speak to that particular crowd of people, I could help them overcome that fear and be able to come out and socialize and talk, thereby slowing down the disease. This is Jody. Now, as you can see, Jody is having a wonderful time because I'm just like my dad. I love to tell jokes and stories, and I love to connect with people. When I first walked in, however, Jody did not look like that. She wouldn't talk to me. She wouldn't listen to me. She wouldn't do anything but just sit there and watch TV, very much like my father. But as soon as I started playing music, especially music that really spoke to her, that she remembered from her childhood, she started interacting and connecting with me. In the higher picture, you see that her hands are up like this. Do you all see that? Oh, come on, TED Talks, talk to me. Yes! That's her playing an air piano. When she was a young person, she took piano lessons, and she asked me to play a song for her, which I did. And she got her air piano out and started playing with me. These are incredible reactions. Not only are we doing this program with professional musicians from Signature Symphony, but we also want to train the next generation of musicians on how to do the program. How you research, how do you figure out what type of music to go and play for memory care units. So we have a concert series called Helpful Harmonies Student Concert Series. And one of the cellists, her name is Matea, decided to play something for her grandfather, something that really spoke to him, something from his childhood. She didn't go and play her favorite concerto. She played what was perfect for him. And so this is from her mom. Matea and her cello group played at St. Simeon's tonight, where Dad lives. Her solo brought tears to my eyes. My dad being there, her hand being able to do this, it got to me. After one of these performances, a daughter of one of the residents tracked me down. She wasn't at the performance, but her dad was so moved by the performance, she felt like she needed to tell me how she felt and how her father felt about it. Dad loved your performance, and that's kind of a special thing for him to say. You really brightened some people's lives last week. Your students really did make a big difference. So I'm going to share a secret. Are you ready? TED Talks, you're not living up to the name. Are you ready for this secret? There are just a few pieces that have been researched that we know will really reach a large number of senior residents in living facilities across the U.S. One of these pieces is Edelweiss. So, I'd like you to sing with me. TED Talks, you gonna TED sing? That's what I'm talking about. You guys, I want you to sing with me, and I don't much care if you've got the kind of voice that people want to listen to or not listen to, okay? That's not what we're about today. What we're about today is raising our voice to support seniors that are living with dementia and Alzheimer's all across this nation. So, whether you've got good diction or you want to la, 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 ooh, 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 ma, 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 I don't care. I'm listening to you. Here we go. Just a little introduction first, and then we'll get started on it. Here we are. You guys are beautiful. Thank you. Helpful harmonies for wellness musicians know that music reaches deep inside each one of us. When regular communication fails, and it does, we can find you hidden inside. I think Maya Angelou said it best when she said, "Music was my refuge. I could crawl into the space in between the notes and curl my back